The fact there's not a pro team close by. College football in the state of Alabama is pro football.
The standard is always the same. It's not that mediocre is going to be good enough. It's that the fans, the players, everybody expects you to be perfect. As a player, it's one of the things that really excites you about coming to play. It's 365 days a year the fans are into it. They definitely were letting us know when we weren't performing up to par.
Auburn playing with two-man 20 yards downfield. There's the pass intercepted. That should do it.
In 2006, I think it was a tough year. We were still just coming off probation, so we didn't have a lot of scholarships, and I think a lot of people forget that. We had some time where we couldn't even go to a bowl game, so that definitely affected recruiting, and everybody's sense of what Alabama was in the past was kind of morphing into something new.
Mainly, there had just been a series of losers in that job. You go back to post-Gene Stallings and Mike DuBose and Dennis Franchione and Mike Price, Mike Shula. It was just a collection of misfits, and ultimately, the inconsistency of the program led to a malaise, which led to mediocrity.
It wasn't where everybody expected us to be. The players, the coaches, the fans, I think everybody expects and holds Alabama to a different standard. So it was tough those first few years playing when we weren't performing as we thought and as everybody expected that we should be.
We all had an exit meeting with Coach Shula, saying, hey, see you guys for spring ball. And then it was a kind of a emergency meeting not too long after that took place. And someone else came in and gave the announcement that, Coach Shula had been fired.
There was a lot of uncertainty, and as a player, it's kind of the unknown. You come to school thinking one guy's going to coach, and then another guy shows up.
Originally, Saban was the first choice, and then he famously said he wasn't taking the Alabama job.
I guess I have to say it. I'm not going to be the Alabama coach. What? I shouldn't even have to comment on this. I think I've said this over and over and over again.
He'd only been with the Miami Dolphins a couple seasons. Miami media basically bullied and pressured him to stay in a way that was obscene in some circumstances.
And what happened then was really interesting. They offered the job to Rich Rodriguez. Alabama fans were hardly ecstatic, but they agreed he was okay. And then when he turned it down, it was truly one of the worst moments I can ever remember in a 30-year career in Alabama. It's like nobody wanted this job.
Welcome to Birmingham. Welcome to Tuscaloosa. Good to be here.
I know they have rabid fans in Baton Rouge, but I don't think there are any other fans in the nation that fall all over their coach the way Tide fans do. Here's the picture of the day. Saban swallowed up by a female fan who plants a big wet one on his cheek.
To send off a celebration down to the Peach State. They waited since the Herschel Walker era to raise the ultimate trophy. It's electric inside Lucas Oil Center Field. And here come the Crimson Tide. Never seen anything like it in the sport. The dominance that Alabama has put on display. Can Kirby Smart and this group of Bulldogs be the team to prevent another trophy?
Looking into Kirby's face, Saturday. He worked all this time to this moment.
Alabama in their heads. Kirby Smart knows everything about Nick Saban. Hasn't figured out how to beat him yet. The obstacle course. There's Kirby, and he's accomplished a lot. Gotten past the rival Florida. He's won the SEC East 4 times. Has an SEC title. He's beaten Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Michigan in playoff games. Beat Clemson in the opener. But look out! Didn't see Alabama coming that time. How could you not? Saban losing just once to former assistants and never lost to a former assistant from his Alabama staff. Jimbo Fisher and A&M giving the Tide their one loss this year, and that just made Alabama re-energized, refocused.
No doubt about that. Being around these two teams, I don't know if there is an edge emotionally after the way they played in Atlanta, where it was clear Bama had the edge, being that underdog.
Georgia bringing out some big people. Sawyer, Jordan Davis for the coin toss.
Played in Atlanta, where it was clear Bama had the edge, being that underdog.
In charge of this championship game, and Dwayne Haight is the referee.
And the proven formula of Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
Vince Dooley, his dogs, got a couple of touchdowns from Herschel Walker, won the championship over Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. And the legend is here, age 89. Still very much a part of that Georgia program. Kirby Smart says he sees him around all the time. It's going to take more than 17 to win tonight, though, probably.
Yeah. Field position, big factor in this football game.